Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Cleveland Guardians. All right, Singy, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. And on the mound in this one, Grant Holmes. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Nobody out, runner at first. Now that's smacked to right center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. And time now for the Marlins lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Lamont Wade Jr.
Well, he's one of the best on-base guys in the league right now. He just has that knack for working a lot of deep counts, and pitchers don't seem to want to challenge him too often either. Top 5 in on-base percentage in the National League.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Runner takes off. And that one in the air center field. And there are 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Chris, it's been a good year for him, having already set a new career high for RBIs in a season. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. To the right side, Rogers. Third out, and that ends the frame. 1 left for Miami. Now the Guardians will get their shot, still scoreless. Back after this on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. And on the mound today, Braxton Garrett. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
That one ripped left field. And it hits the top of the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Santiago Espinal will hit next. Swing and a miss. Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And that's through there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. Next offering is in for a strike. Doyle on at second with 2 down. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Second inning set to go. And at the plate for Miami, Willie Castro. This one smoked out to left. Moore pulls it down, and there's one down. Here's Jose Trevino. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Junior Caminero digs in now. To third. Over to Rogers.
That's an out.
And that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Cleveland. And now Bo Bichette. Here's a 1-1. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. Too late, and the runner is safe. And the misplay costs him. And it looks like they might end up challenging this one. Very close play, and we will take another look as well.
I couldn't tell in live action, that's for sure. And, you know, the umpire is so much closer to the play, and he thought he beat the throw, so we'll see.
Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York. Another look at it. Singer, are you seeing enough to change the call?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, it's close, but I think after looking at it a few times, we can see that this guy's probably out, and could be a good use of the challenge right
here. Looks like we've got an answer, and he's out. They took a chance with the challenge, and it paid off for him. So 1 out, nobody on. Michael Busch digs in for the Guardians.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Slides, but he can't come up with it.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Man at first with 1 gone. Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
The right fielder,
Mike Yastrzemski up here. That one finds the zone. 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And it hits the bag. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, anything can happen once the ball deflects off the base. Do you get a good bounce or a bad bounce? Your guess is as good as mine.
Here's Dylan Moore. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Got him! He's notched 4 strikeouts now. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. And that one is lifted in the air. Doyle. He's there. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down. Next is the designated hitter, Trey Sweeney. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Out towards right center field, and it falls. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball up. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Swing and a ground ball. Nice stop. And he beats it. He's safe. First and second, 1 out. Sal Frelick, the next up for the Marlins. Now a screamer into the outfield. Looks like extra bases. Heading for the plate. He will score, and the Marlins have the lead. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
And now for the Marlins, Lamont Wade Jr. That one ripped right center field. Out of here. His 16th homer of the year, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Oh, that one won't stay below the radar. That made a lot of noise. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
Base is empty with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Garrett Mitchell. This one in the air center field. Doyle under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. 2-run shot for Miami this inning. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show. Set for the bottom of the third. Stepping up for the Guardians, Brenton Doyle.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And a swing and a miss there.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Right side, hard hit. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Santiago.
And next is the designated hitter, Santiago Espinal. One out, base is empty. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike two.
2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Guardians, the third baseman, Ramirez.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jose Ramirez. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Mitchell going back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
So a runner at second, 2 down. Naylor, the next to hit. And that drops in for a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Up the middle, Castro whips it to first, and that's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to inning number 4. It's the Marlins 3 and the Guardians nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the shortstop at the plate, Willie Castro. All right, Singy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter, that's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam! This one in the air. Bush hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior.
2 down, base is empty. Now a chance for Junior Caminero. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Comebacker to the mound, and that's off the second base bag. Bare hands it, tough play. First and second, 2 outs. And now here is Trey Sweeney. Line to left. Moore racing over to make the catch. Marlins strand a pair, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
And up next for Cleveland, Michael Busch. On the ground to the left, Castro. To first, one out in the bottom of the fourth.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So in now for Cleveland, Brendan Rodgers. Man at second. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Caminero. There's one. And that's two. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 4. It's the Marlins 3 and the Guardians nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Grant Holmes gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. Hunter Gaddis comes on now.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
So a man at first. And up next for Miami, Sal Frelick. And there's a ball.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Lamont Wade Jr. the next up for the Marlins. To short, could be 2. The flip, 1 and second, back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Well, you're already down in the game, and not just by a couple, and then that error allows a run to score, and this is where things can really start to fall apart. As a team, they need to pick themselves up, find a way to play better baseball the rest of the way.
Next to hit, Garrett Mitchell. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. 1 out, and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing, and he breaks his bat. In time to Busch. Out number 2.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough. You get a hard-throwing reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
This is Willie Castro. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And that is that. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, an error, and 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Guardians nothing. Here in Cleveland, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Dylan Moore. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Struck him out looking. And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Mitchell makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Next to hit, Santiago Espinal. Two outs. Center field. Mitchell pulls that one down, and that ends the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Marlins 4 and the Guardians nothing. Top of the 6th inning, and here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. Next offering popped in the air, right field, Yastrzemski. And it's caught for the out.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake. Perfect example right there. A hitter who hits the ball on the outside part of the plate the other way has to trust his hands and let the ball travel a little bit deeper.
1 gone, runner at first. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Caminero over at first with 1 away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grounds 1 to short. Makes a sliding stop. The feed for 1. Out. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Now it's the DH, Trey Sweeney. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lifted in the air down the left side. Bichette under it. And that is that. One hit, one left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Guardians nothing. And we're back. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. That one ripped. Makes the grab, one away. Bo Naylor now at the plate. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. Hit on the ground to the right side. Wade takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, number 13. Shortstop, Bo.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping up for the Guardians, Bo Bichette. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
And up next for Cleveland, Michael Busch. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Guardians lead 1. They're down 4-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Trevor Stephan.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Had to make the perfect play right there after that nice backhand stop, and he did. He couldn't have transferred the ball from his glove to his hand any better than he did. Just an excellent release.
Now it's the right fielder, Sal Frelick. And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Makes the grab for the 2nd out.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
And at the plate for Miami, Lamont Wade Jr. His 2-run homer back in the 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
That one the other way. Moore makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Miami down in order. They lead 4-0. Number 61 on the pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Freeland brings it in with a nice running grab.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The Guardians down by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting a call he probably should have gotten. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 out, space is empty. That's ripped. Base hit.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Brenton Doyle getting ready to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Guardians nothing. We go to the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Moore settles under it, and there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, the shortstop.
Willie Castro will hit next. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fastball is outside. This to center field. Doyle flying after this one. Makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swing and a miss. And the count is even, 2-2. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that extends the inning.
The third baseman, number 13, Junior.
So digging in, Junior Caminero. Ball to strike. The pitch. Now fly ball to right center. Doyle on the move to the gap. Makes the grab, and that'll do it. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Guardians nothing. Now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Calvin Fauché.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Line drive. One down.
Now batting, third baseman,
Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. In the air, out towards right center. Freeland. They got it for out number 2.
Now batting, the catcher,
Bo Naylor now at the plate. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A solo shot, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 4-1.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That's in there. That is strike 2.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jake Cousins.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now here is Dane Myers. The other way, and he boots it. Still able to fire over, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Trey Sweeney getting ready to hit. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Now the throw to first on the run.
Safe.
In there safely.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second. He's safe. That one the other way. That's a hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And they lead by 4.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now Sal Frelick. Cousins checks over to first, and he's back.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
The 1-1. On the ground, could be 2. Over to Rogers. On to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Lamont Wade Jr., the next up for the Marlins. And that one ripped into right. Fair ball. Coming around third is Frelick. He's safe, and the lead is up to 5.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Jake Cousins done for the night, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Tim Herron.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So runner at second, 2 down. Garrett Mitchell digs in now. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
On the ground, right side. Rogers on the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Marlins 6 and the Guardians 1. All set for the bottom of the 9th. So in now for Cleveland, Michael Busch. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. Digging in, Mike Yastrzemski. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first is in time, and that'll do it. The Marlins take game 1 of the series on the road.
I'd say you're lying if you say you don't feel a 5-game losing streak. This W definitely helps them relax a little bit and take some of the pressure off from it going to a 6, 7, or even an 8-game losing streak.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.